Hello students. So in our last video we discussed that there are many subatomic particles and three of them are the fundamental particles. Number 1 electron, number 2 proton, and number 3 neutron. Right. So now after the fact was established that atom is made up of subatomic particles. Right. So now the question was how these particles were arranged within the atoms. So two models were proposed. Number 1 is Thomson model of atom. Number 2 that is Rutherford models of atom. So according to Thomson model of atom, according to this model, an atom was a sphere of positive electricity were embedded number of electrons. So these are the number of electrons. So and this whole region is positive sphere. So it is a positive sphere and these are the electrons, right? So this model was also known as the plum pudding model, or we can say that the watermelon, in which the seeds are embedded, right? Or in the plum pudding the plums are embedded. So this is the Thomson model of an atom. The main feature of this model is that the mass of an atom is assumed to be uniformly distributed over the atom, that is the mass is distributed over this here. It was the first model, and the limitation of this model is that it is able to explain the overall neutrality of the atom, right? But it couldn't explain the result of scattering experiment carried out by the Rutherford. So then this model was rejected completely. Rutherford nuclear model of atom. So Rutherford took a radioactive element like lead, right, and he strike the alpha rays to the thin, it's the thin gold, this thin foil of gold, right? He also used these two slits to make the beam very finite, or we can say that a fine beam of the alpha rays. So he observed that number 1, most of the alpha rays pass through the foil without undergoing any deflection, right? So these are the rays undergoing without any deflection. So from this observation he concluded that most of the space within the atom is empty, right? So number 1 conclusion is the empty space. Number 2 observation, few alpha particles deflected through small angles, right? Wait. So these are the rays deflected through small angles. So from these rays he concluded that there is some positive charge present within the atom, because we know that alpha rays are also positively charged, right? So positive and repel each other, then they will got a deflection. So from this observation he concluded that there is some positive body present within the atom, right? His third observation was very few alpha particles were returned back, right? Very few. It means that there is a very heavy body present within the atom, right? And also that these rays are very few. It means that these heavy body, or we can say that the positive heavy particles is present in very small volume within the atom. So this small heavy positively charged body present within the atom was called as nucleus. So here it is the body and it is known as nucleus. So J.J. Thomson model was not able to explain these kind of scattering, so that's why this model was. So nucleus is defined as, so nucleus which is very small in size, right, carries positive charge and in which the entire mass of the atom is concentrated, right. So nucleus, so it is all about the Rutherford model of an atom. Now we will discuss some terms like atomic number, mass number, isotopes, isobar one by one. So first one is atomic number. So we know that atom is whole is electrically neutral, right. So it means that number of the positively charged particles must be equal to the number of negatively charged particles. So atomic number is defined as the total number of protons present in the nucleus, or we can or the total number of electrons present in the atom. So atomic number is the number of protons, right, or number of electrons, because protons in an atom, neutral atom, protons are equal to number of electrons. So atomic number is defined as the number of protons or number of electrons. Now our second term is mass number. Mass number is defined as the number of protons plus number of neutrons. Number of neutrons. It means it's the summation of protons and neutrons, right. So if I'm write the whole symbol of an element become, let's have a element, any element X, right. So Z is the atomic number, it means it's the number of protons or number of electrons, and A will be the mass number, it's the sum of proton plus neutron, and Z is the number of protons, or we can say that number of electrons. So we can write an element in the form of this. X is the symbol of the element, Z is the atomic number, and A is the mass number. If I'm write the symbol of any element, example sodium, right, and I'll write sodium atomic number 11, mass number 23, and I'm ask you what is the number of neutron in the sodium, right. So as we know that it's the atomic number, and atomic number is equal to number of protons, or we can say that number of electrons, and it is equal to 11. Now the mass number is equal to the number of protons plus number of neutrons, right, and all protons are 11 in number, so neutron will be 23 minus 11, that is 12. So it is not, we can say that it is not confirmed that the number of protons should remain number of neutrons, but number of protons should be remain equal to number of electrons due to the neutrality of an atom, right. We can also take many example like chlorine, fluorine, or boron, carbon, many. In this way we can calculate the number of protons, number of neutrons, number of electrons, right. Now our next term is isotopes. Isotopes, the species having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes, right. If I'm write X here and X here, so when the atomic number are same, means if I'm write here 1 1, but the mass number are different, 1 2, another species 1 3, so these three are isotopes. Here the mass number is different, right, and the atomic number is same, so the species, or we can say that the element having same atomic number but different mass number are known as isotopes. The example is hydrogen, or we can say that plutonium, deuterium, and tritium, right. let me write the symbol. Protonium, or we can say that the hydrogen. Deuterium, having 1 as atomic number, 2 mass number, and tritium, 1 atomic number and 3 mass number. So all of these three are the isotopes of hydrogen: protonium, deuterium and tritium. Our next term is isobars. The species, or we can say that elements, having different atomic number but same mass number, right? If I'm write any two species, so if we have the same mass number, right, and here the different atomic number, then these species were known as isobars. Example: argon and potassium. So the mass number for argon and potassium will be same, that is 40, and the atomic number for argon is 18 and the atomic number for potassium is 19. Also for calcium, mass number is same as that of 40, right, but the atomic number is 20. So these three elements are isobars. Now our next term is isotones. These are the elements having same number of neutrons. Same number of neutrons. Example: carbon and nitrogen. Nitrogen. So if I'm calculate the number of neutrons in carbon, so here the number of protons are 6, right, and the number of protons per neutrons are 14. So the number of neutrons will be 14 minus 6, that's 8. And in the case of nitrogen, the number of protons or number of electrons, we can say that it's 7 and the mass number is 15. So number of neutron will be mass number minus atomic number, that will become to 8. So these two species, and we can say that these two elements have same number of neutrons, so these are known as isotones. Now our next term is isoelectronic species. So the species having same number of electrons are known as isoelectronics. If I'm taking example of oxygen and fluorine, so the mass number of oxygen is 8 and these 2 electron, so 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. So oxygen 2 negative having 10 electrons, same as that for fluorine. Fluorine atomic number is 9 and the one for the extra charge, right? So these both elements having the same number of electron, that is 10. So these both elements are known as isoelectronics. Also sodium having 1 positive charge, magnesium having 2 positive charge, aluminium having 3 positive charge, nitrogen having 3 negative charge. So these all are the isoelectronic species. So the elements having same number of electrons are known as isoelectronics. So on the behalf of above discussion, that is what is isotopes, isobars, isotones, isoelectronics, right, we can calculate many problems as given in our books. So you can calculate it, right, and if there is any query you can ask.